Hey everyone, Justin here. Saturday, November 10th. I have not actually just gone for a run in a while, so we've got a couple days left of really nice leaves. I'm gonna take you out on my path that should be pretty gorgeous today. Now that my season's over, kind of had some weird sort of post-run, post-season, post-race blues going on a little bit. So let you know what I've done basically this year, my tips for dealing with those kind of post-run blues. But first though, 6 to 8 miles today. It's about 50 degrees, super cool, super pretty. Gonna go have fun today and enjoy it. No heart rate belt, no target pace, just go for a run and enjoy ourselves. I've talked in the past about all of these big things that I've gotten to do this year, and it's been a big year for me. I've done my very first half marathon, full marathon, Ironman marathon, pushing a wheelchair-enabled athlete. I've gotten to do a lot of things over this past 12 to 14 months that have been huge goals for me. Here's the thing though, with social media like Instagram and YouTube even, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about post-run blues. I'll tell you right now, I've totally experienced that. With all these like really big sort of life-achieving goals that and then once those are done, you just sort of go back to your job, you go back to your day, you don't have a goal that you're working towards actively so much anymore. So I wanna share with you 5 or 6 things that have worked pretty well for me. If you experience these or you have any tips, definitely a great time to leave them in the comments below because I'd like people to talk more about this as well. I think we should be open about it. That 5 or 6 things to get you through those post-season blues. All right, so number 1 is something that works really, really well for me, and that's do something fun that has nothing to do with racing of any kind. Especially if you're on a training plan that's got you working out, 10 plus hours a week. You're giving up so much of your life and it can absolutely feel like you're just missing out on a lot of fun things. Super, super great to just be able to go do something fun and not feel like you shouldn't be there. So whatever that thing is for you, whether that's a hike or maybe just swimming casually with friends, maybe it's just staying in all day on a Saturday. You've earned it. Now's the time to do it. Number 2 is focus on what you've accomplished, but not just the actual goal that you've achieved, but also this whole process. I love swimming, biking, and running, and yeah, I'm never gonna do my first Ironman again, but I can get back to doing all of these fun things. Don't think of it like this goal is gone, there's nothing left for me to do, but think about all these other things that you can do in the future, and you can build yourself up to faster races, longer races, different kinds of races, whatever you wanna do. It's that process that you know you're capable of, and that's something you can continue to take with you through your next training. Number 3 is get involved in a way that doesn't have anything to do with your racing. So for me, last weekend, I volunteered at a local marathon where I got to medal the finishers and see them come across the line and see them meet their goals. And it was super, super inspiring. 2 weeks ago, I was at Marine Corps Marathon and I got to help push Kim, a wheelchair-enabled athlete, to her very first marathon. And that was so much fun and super rewarding to see the excitement that she had. And both of those things really reminded me about the fun aspects that I love about the sports that we get to do. There's totally times in training where it just feels like a grind, but helping other people achieve those goals or getting to give back or get involved with your community, that to me is really inspiring, and it helps you get that passion back for the sport that you love. Regardless of where you're at in your training, I guarantee you there's someone who could use your perspective or your advice or your experience. Number 4 is spend some time with your training partners in a way that doesn't really have to do with training. You know, riding with those guys kind of got to the point where it wasn't fun per se. Like, it was fun. I liked getting out there. I liked spending time with them. It was always a thing where like I was super concerned about like what heart rate zone I was in, or testing new nutrition, or making sure that we were out there for a certain distance, or, you know, everything was very structured, and it was structured work for a goal, not just because I wanted to go ride a bike with my friends. Go for a long ride, stop for coffee 2 or 3 times, get lunch, whatever you want to do, and get back to that enjoyment that got you into the sport, where you weren't so focused on the goal per se and just enjoy the activity. Number 5 is just give it time. It's called the post-race blues for a reason. It's not forever. You know, during your training, you're gonna be achieving these mini goals all the time. One week you might run a distance PR, and the next week you've run even further, and then the next week you've run even further. I'm used to achieving these goals. I know for me, I really, really value that feeling of getting better at things. Focus on the fact that you've achieved your goals and you're gonna feel better. Don't think you're gonna feel like this forever. Give it 2 or 3 weeks. You're gonna get back into your groove and you're gonna be feeling better. And then lastly, number 6, and this is last for a reason, now you can select what's next. I think a lot of people rush too quickly into signing up for races. 12 hours after I had finished Ironman, I had people asking me like, so what are you gonna sign up for next? Or came a point where I was just like, I don't want to think about this for a little bit. When you do something so intensely every day for so long and then it's done, it's totally normal to just need a little bit of time to relax. Once you've gotten through that and you've assessed your goals and you've fallen back in love with the sport, then in my opinion, you can sign up for a couple more races. Give yourself some time, feel better, figure out where you're at mentally and what your goals are, then sign up for another race. You're gonna be happier you did. If you're in those post-race blues now, feel free to share them, like I said, because I think more people should talk about this, especially with social media. We're always talking about our highs, but not a lot of people talk about the lows. Also, quick note, I just rolled over into 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy to me. I'll be honest and say that I've never set out, I don't really care about the numbers, but I've had a couple people message me and say that they signed up for a race because they watched one of my videos and it tipped them over the edge and it made them feel confident enough to sign up for a race. And that is like the best feedback that anyone could possibly give me. That's the only reason I even spend time on this, is to hopefully help you guys feel confident and achieve those goals that you want. That's it. That is Saturday. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it as always. And when you're done with YouTube, I hope you get outside and go do some kick-ass workouts of your own. See you on the next one, guys.